Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 10.33, and this is where the war against the United States begins. Now, to give you a bit of a nightmare scenario, we're dealing with this. 1,500 IC. I mean, the odds are not in our favour. However, let's give it our best shot. I reckon we can make up for it with our quality of our units. We've got a lot of carriers. Most of them are really well laid out. And let's get them into position. So we're going to begin the war. So I think the first thing we're going to do though is we're going to get our units all ordered out. So these guys have only got a range of 600 kilometers. So they can't really do much. And then we want these guys to do a little bit more patrol, sort of more towards the Philippines. Then we're going to use these light carriers just to nicely screen down in the south. Now we might take losses, but if that is the case, that is the case. And then we're going to start the convoy raiding. So you guys have got a very long range. Not quite as long as we'd want, but we can do a little bit of convoy raiding over here. And then let's see if we can't, really hit those convoy, routes nice and early. And let's really spread out. Let's get the British Navy nicely sort of dealt with, and we'll hold one large submarine group in reserve just for defensive purposes. So we can see now that our navy is nicely screening in front of Saigon and screening against the Philippines. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you guys onto a move order, and then around you we're going to put a patrol with our older battleships. Like so. So we're all in position. Beautiful. This is going to be like chess. A beautiful chess game. So, we can hold off doing Tora Tora Tora. So, we declare war on the United States if we do Tora Tora Tora. Yeah. So, let's handle both of these. And sort out our laws. So we're going to go on to service by requirement. Hit up that total economic mobilization and switch to a heavy industry focus. As you can see, I've picked guys that give us naval organization as well, because I'm really trying to up our ability with our fleets. So I think we're going to go for a large fleet just to get us more access to auxiliary vessels for landings. Good. So we fine-tuned that war machine, and we can start up the home front. So we do gain a little bit of descent for that, but oh well. And then we can put pressure on Siam. So this is a pretty big one. So Siam aligns with Japan. The fall of France and the growing power of the Axis offered the perfect opportunity for Japanese pressure to join, or get Siam to join, the expansive alliance. Siam lost control of Laos and Cambodia to France in 1893 and was forced to cede parts of Malacca, of the Malacca Peninsula, to Britain, so I assume that's Malaya, in 1909. After a little prodding, they decided to avenge these losses. So we can either inherit them, or we can get them as an Axis partner. Either way, it looks like we get a few units, so we'll take that. If we get units, we might as well keep them. So I think we'll just say excellent. And let's just put time forward 1 hour so I can see what I've got. Okay, so first army group. Let's delete that. So, Royal Thai Army. I'll keep that because it's got a flavour name. First Corps, no thank you. Second Corps, no thank you. And the Royal Thai Police Force. Why the hell not? So we're not yet at war with Britain. So that's sort of the starting point here. So, you know what? Let's get the Thai police forces. Let's get them back into the capital. Yeah, and we can see sort of what we're dealing with down here. So we're going to want to hold against the British for a sec while we get our units up. And let's give them commanders. So, just give them bog standard level 3. Level 3 dudes across the board. Apart from you, you're a semi-motorized unit. Give you a trickster. The game seems like it's a little bit sort of glitchy. So, that's not very good. Right, and then let's connect you to the Royal Thai Army. And let's get everyone nice and in position. Because we just want you to hold the line for a couple of days against Burma while we get our real units up and going. Right, and then you guys can be the, yeah, Royal Thai Army 2. And we'll give you a logistics wizard this time. We'll try and find someone that will do that job. Yeah, you'll do. And let's get you into there. And then let's give you a logistics wizard as well. We love us a logistics wizard. And I've been astounded, much like many other people, by the fact that Bethesda have been bought by Microsoft. I'm hoping, beyond all hope now, that it will lead to a... Well, I would love it to lead to either a Fallout New Vegas remaster, or maybe a New Vegas 2 or a Fallout game made by Obsidian. That would be just amazing. I'm not sure what I would do, to be honest. I think my inner nerd would completely lose his shit if that happened. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm ruddy excited at the possibility, even if it is just a possibility currently. But yeah, it's really cool. So well done, Microsoft. I don't normally agree with all your moves, but this time you're doing something that I actually moderately agree with. So 600 kilometers actually doesn't take me to the coast of the Philippines, does it? Ah, that's a problem. Didn't think about that. And these Orcs vessels are nowhere near as good at landing. From here, how far is it? Nope. Okay, so from this island we can get it done. Let's send our forces then north. Rebase them. And then I think if we take our main fleet and try and just capture that peninsula bit there. So speaking of invasions, we have obviously this guy's force, which is going to head straight for Guam. And there is a bit of destroyer escort, so we're not completely lacking. And then over here, we've got another force that we're going to immediately make for Wake Island with. Like so. Okay, so let's put time forwards, put it on 3, and just keep an eye. So far, so good. I'm just listening, or not listening, just watching the football come in on a thing called teletext. Well, it's not teletext. Teletext used to be this like thing on what's it called? Words are hard. I'm trying to explain teletext to an audience that probably has no idea what I'm talking about. It's like a black and white screen in the UK that you used to get, like, I mean, generally your granddad used it to check football results. But BBC Sport have replaced that now with like this online thing, which is pretty much teletext, because it just used to tell you what the results were and, like, you know, how well each team was doing, yada yada yada. Oh, Wantabe. No, sir. You're gonna do that, and then we're gonna, put more Orcs vessels. We're gonna have a huge fleet of ships to deliver our units to their landing positions in the Java Sea when the time comes to take the British East Indies. And fuck me, that's a lot of auxiliary vessels. And we've got our motor torpedo boats, which is good. So, we can add them in. And yeah, you've got a commander already. Perfect. And it looks like we're going to really need to do some work with our supply, because we are really lacking in supply. So production's going to fall off the edge of a cliff. But yeah, we've already started sinking some convoys, which is good. And our naval forces are slowly moving in the right direction. Now, at what point we'll be at war with Japan? Or with the UK? They haven't got involved yet. I wonder if that's because the USA isn't in the Allies currently. I wonder if that's because they're just a little bit away from it or not. Oh, I forgot in the last episode to show you the Soviets. Germany, going ham. They are doing a good job, but the worrying thing is they haven't taken Leningrad, they haven't taken Moscow, and they're at the gates of Stalingrad in December 1941, so obviously a lot better than they used to be doing, but they're stretched remarkably thin. So they really need to clean up the Balkans, and then swing all the forces from down here over towards Ashkeran, and then that would solidify their front line a lot more. If they can get the front line to do this, that would help. And it would help if the Finns could get their act together and actually push out against the Soviets up here. But yeah, so that's what the German front's looking like. Now, Iran is also fending off a British invasion, but they're being handled relatively. So yeah, that's at least moderately good. And yeah, we've got China and stuff in as well. And we are just legitimately waiting on our units to get into position. It's going to take a few days for them all to move up. I would use strategic redeployment, but I don't want their supply to fuck up completely. So, yeah, we're going to hold off on that. And yeah, we're still not at war with the Brits. The longer that they stay out of it, the better. And yeah, we're sinking American ships left, right, and center. Unfortunately, we're starting to see the first of the American naval units begin to mobilize. Now, I think what we will do is we will start screening. So we will do a patrol order here, a patrol order over here, patrol order, a move order there. And as you can see, they're moving their planes to our air bases. Oh, that's so funny. That's really funny. Hey, don't move all your shit over here and swallow my supply, you motherfuckers. Don't you do it. Right, let's put some planes up and do a little bit of patrol work. You know, just sort of scouting out. Because scouting is going to be very important. Perfect. And in fact, yeah, we can scout with these guys as well. So these submarines have the longest range. So we can do a little bit of convoy raiding with them over there. And then I think the same thing on convoy raiding in this direction. Keep wanting to press patrol, but it's not patrol. Okay, and let's just, you know, make sure that we're not just hemorrhaging units here, you know, left, right, and center. We can probably, yeah, take the Rostov on Don one off. Let's maybe give them one of, yeah, Tilbinsky. How about that? And then towards Stalingrad as well. But hopefully our support can help tip the war against the Soviets. As you can see, they are holding a continuous front line still, so that is at least good. Yeah, we're sinking convoys of the Americans. One thing that, you know, they were never particularly good at in World War II was attacking convoys. So hopefully that's something we can change. Let's make sure that we're really putting on the pressure here. And yeah, we are getting the first of our landings into position. That's a little bit of a problematic trade, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, did I put on Saratov by mistake? Ah, I did. Where's Stalingrad? Ah, yeah, Stalingrad. There we go. Because, yeah, this is great. The fact that they've pushed up to Kazan is, you know, really good. But they're spread really thin for the AI. And they're really near Kabaishev, which is also really good. There's a lot of escorts dotted around. And still no declaration of war from the British. So, I mean, the longer I can hold that off, the better. You know, because if we can get our units into position, you know, down here, it's going to be no problemo for me. I can just transport units. Very good. And yeah, we're nearly in the landing position. Okay, and how far away are we now? Not far at all, and yeah, we are in landing position here. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take our air forces and do a few basic bits of, first of all, just ground attack. So let's take a look at what we're going to be facing. So yeah, they do have a pretty sizable naval arsenal of bombers here. Doesn't look like they've got any naval support though. Good. And then up in Wake Island, yeah, it looks to me like the fleet, like Wake Island, is empty and they have nothing but air units there. So, okay, that is unexpected. I'm tempted to take my air units slightly further forward. So what I might do is we might take them on a bit of a scouting mission. Actually, we need to hold off just for now. Just because the last thing we want to do is get stuck. And yeah, the bombing campaign is doing very good damage. We don't want to lose, you know, the landing. If we can take Wake Island very quickly, then yeah, we're going to do an amazing job. And yeah, strategic bombers that we've caught, which is good. All this sort of early war stuff does add up. And I think what we will do is, yeah, we're going to do a bit of ground attack here as well. And we just won the Battle of Guam. That was a pretty quick and easy victory, wasn't it? Happy days. So we want that island hopping campaign to continue. I think we're going to just quickly... just cancel those Guam ground attack orders now. Now, Guam is a pretty major naval base. So let's get all of these naval assets into base. And then think about where we want to head next. I mean, now we've taken Guam, we've got all of this island chain very nicely locked down. The only thing we might want to do is put a garrison unit on it. Now, do we have an easy garrison unit that we can take? Don't really want to take it from truck in case they land there. Then again, it is the furthest away. If I was to take it from anywhere, that's probably the best spot. And we have transport ships ready. Yeah. Let's take this group and just do a transport request. And then, yeah, we can move in towards Guam. Sorry, from Guam towards Wake Island. We can sort of hop and change. We move up to Wake next. And then so on and so on. Okay, so we do have... we are being fought there. But we can take all of these units and quickly load them on in. This is where the main invasion fleet's coming from. And yeah, we can invade right at the north. Yeah, very good. Okay. Right, so... still seeming like Britain don't want to declare war. And the only thing going through my head is that the United States might just be a little bit too far away from them. Or not. And we've upped their surrender progress. Look at that! Yeah, taking Guam did it. Woo! 2 points. Yay! Wake Island 1, Midway's 1. Yeah, to be honest, it's all bloody minor, isn't it? But we do have extremely experienced units with which to attack them, and we can start doing some ground attacks. So, yeah, let's get our air intercept going. So, do a little bit of air superiority on the landing ground. Along with a little bit of bombing. Not port strike, bombing. Thank you. Yeah, and we've definitely got enough sort of defenses in place. Still haven't encountered a single enemy fleet, which is slightly frustrating. But we are moving into Siam, and we're going to be in position, by the looks of it, way before the Brits even comprehend what is going on, which is kind of brilliant, because we'll have all of our mountain and our light infantry and things just ready to push straight into Burma, and if we can catch them flat-footed, that would be very good. And yeah, we're still losing a huge amount of supply, aren't we? Fuel and supply. That is not a happy time. But then again, we're using a huge amount of naval assets at the moment. Now, I think we have softened up the Americans a pretty sizable amount. So this naval landing should be very quick and concise. Yeah, they're looking extremely weak, these garrison units. Okay. Right, here we go. An attack on Wake Island, spearheaded by literally a huge wave of our attack aircraft. And I reckon those divisions are going to break Yeah, we're getting amazing invasion penalty decreases with these Marine divisions. So the question is, what do I now want to do with the Guam forces? I mean, there is the other side of the Philippines that we do need to take. So the Philippines probably have a national unity of, probably I'd say about 80%, yeah. So they have in total 1, 2, speaking of which, you can take a port. Yeah, they've got 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so they've got 9. So we need to take 8 of the 9 or 7 of the 9. Okay, so that's probably worth doing then. Okay, so I'm going to send my carriers off, I think, to lend support up in this direction and do a patrol mission. But I'm going to take, I think, Tanaka's forces. And he is going to land, if he has the range, down here on the southern island. And we're going to support him with the battlecruiser squadrons that are going to do some basic patrol work, just to cover the approaches. And then the Yamato will provide close support. They've got a max range of 1,000. Oh yeah, I haven't had a chance for the Yamato to get all of its upgrades yet, so it's still sort of shaking up. But that's okay. That doesn't matter. That's not a problem. I'm just waiting for the Brits. That's the thing. Because right now this is as we would want it. And yeah, we've got the landing with these units. Very nice. Oh, and we've got the hangar bay maintenance. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to let that roll. That's fine. Hangar bay maintenance is one of those techs where you forget about it. Even though it upgrades your shit. And it's taken a while for us to break down Wake Island, I must say. It's the McNarney here, with his 0 skill, is doing a better job than I thought he would. But that defense is crumbling. So take Wake Island we shall, and then from there we are going to move immediately to take Midway, because there's some naval units heading in our direction, and we're going to want to treat them with lack of respect. Yeah, including some CAGs. Here we go. Oh, I see you. I see that. They've definitely got a lot of carriers out. Fuck. Fuck me. Makawa, I am requiring you here to pull off a victory. Right, here we go, gentlemen and ladies. This is it. This is whether or not this battle, this first battle at Wake, we find out whether or not our navy is up to task. That's for sure. It says that's firing, which we do not want. And in fact, can I support with my Air Force from Truck? No, I was hoping that I would have taken Wake just before the Navy arrived. But it's only 10. It's only 10 versus 6, so as long as we're positioning nicely, that's not good. We don't want to lose our invasion craft. Right, we should have our planes doing CAG duty. Are you not? Look. Yeah, CAG duty, please. Hello? No, not resting. Right, so we just won Wake Island. Okay, so we must have... Hey now. We're losing ships. Don't you do this. No, we're not losing our landing forces. Unacceptable. Yeah, there we go. It's telling now. Ooh, Wyoming's just taken a fucking massive battering there. Come on, Shukaku. You got this. 6. Sink a carrier. Do it. Sink it. Yes. Light cruiser, or a heavy cruiser as that, is taking some damage error. Heavy cruiser's taking a little bit of a punishment. Got a light cruiser that's taking some damage. One of our carriers that's being attacked by the Wyoming, but we're summarily hitting it as well. We're winning it. It's just taking a wee bit of time. Now, Wake Island does have an airbase that can support 10 air units. Shall we send, yep, our forces from over here? No, not there. Such a donkey. Yep, you, and you. Let's send you up to here. And hopefully get you involved, because your naval air power might... Okay, so we did lose 2 landing craft, which is mighty disappointing. But we did sink 2 American carriers for that. The thing is, I don't have the largest landing craft fleet, so any carrier, you know, any craft that we do lose makes it a little bit difficult. Yeah, let's get our fleet assets in port, because Wake Island has a really large port. And hopefully from there we can do a little bit of damage. I just want to scout before I send my fleet out. That's got a ring to it, hasn't it? Scout before you send your fleet out. You don't want to get it blown up. And I've got a single battleship. We could do a little bit of port strike, or sorry, a little bit of just naval strike with our fleet elements. If I can highlight them. Let's just take all of you. And I'm not sure what direction the Americans are heading. Well, we know we're not going that way. We know we're going this way. So by process of elimination, they're going that way or they're going that way. Let's imagine they're going this way. Well, we can naval strike all 3, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Any luck? It's very not clear if we're achieving our aims here and sinking this battleship. It's like... I am unsure. Aha! Gotcha, you little bitch. That battleship must be made of, like, rock. Because it is not getting sunk. Right, I'm going to rest you. Because... you've done an amazing job, and you sank those carriers beautifully. The trick is going to be keeping our fleets together against their fleets, that's for sure. They are doing some damage, aren't they, to it? But obviously that battleship is just made up of very stern material. My question would be, what are we hiding over here? Yeah, let's do a little bit of patrolly, I think, over in this direction. In fact, let's get all of our carriers together. And see if we can't see what we're dealing with. Give me sight. Come on. What are you? What are you? Tell me. Tell me what you are. Come on. Reveal your secrets, American Navy. If it's more carriers, I'll be crying. Yeah, and we do have the never-ending battle up here. Aha! Right, go. Head on down. Let's really push it. And yeah, we've got perfect striking ability here. And we're going to take a couple of other islands as well. So we've got to take that one there and then this one. So we're going to definitely go for them as well. So first major fleet action was a pretty substantial success. I wonder about whether or not... Okay. So, that's the entire American submarine fleet. Interesting. What are you going to encounter? Hey, if it's destroyers, we're going to have a field day. So, I will definitely let... Yeah, melting them, aren't you? I think that battle's already won. Oh, no! Runtime error?